We are not done with solo leveling. We start this sequel manhwa with the description of outer gods, the absolute entities that had created numerous universes since ancient times. They were known as supreme beings. These beings would repeatedly create universes while pursuing eternal life and loving it. And in that process, numerous substances, souls, and laws were birthed, loving the artwork. And in this endless cycle, the supreme beings that felt a persistent sense of boredom thought of a way to entertain themselves, which was to watch their creation go to war with each other. To these beings, the destruction caused by their creations seemed interesting, even though it meant that these creations had to fight each other, die, and be born repeatedly. This was like a necessary event to appease the boredom of these beings. While all that was taking place, something happened. A supreme being who was observing the endless wars was killed by his own creation. When the beings of other dimensions found about this, they all gathered in on spot to observe the world that had lost its master, the death of a fellow being, and the fact that he was killed by his own creation. But other beings did not care about that. They all had the same thought. The first to claim an ownerless power becomes its master, and so they all put their pieces on the board. And now the story starts, and we are at some high school campus. And in that school we have this guy who's bragging that he got into the Korean National University of Arts, but his friends don't believe him. How could someone so unrefined as him get into an arts university? Another friend is crying because he has to repeat another year, but the bragging guy is laughing because he's finally freed from this hell. Now someone congrats Suho. That's the name of our guy? This read more like orange hair guy states that he had no idea Suho was so talented in drawing. And his name is Sungchul. The guy gets pissed and states that he is not Kim Sungchul, but Lee Yunchul. Let's just call him Lee. Now Lee states that because of Suho his plan to take over the high school was ruined. MC states that it's also because of him that he was able to graduate safely. Class girls are gossiping that Lee is doing it again, and they wonder that they are about to graduate soon. Why is he acting so childishly? And why is he harassing that pitiful boy who lost his parents but still tries to smile? So our MC is an orphan, and so Lee is ready to punch Suho. And he does, but MC dodges the attack and counters with his knee in Lee's face, and tells him that they should just live a quiet life until they graduate. But MC senses something and tries to jump back. Lee's fist starts glowing with aura, and he asks what was that knee. It didn't hurt at all, and now he is ready to punch with his aura fist. All locked in, he swings his punch, and all scared MC tries to evade it. Suho and other students are scared on seeing this. MC falls to the ground, and we see that Lee's punch made a hole in the class cabinets, and now he's just standing there glowing with aura and asking what. MC is all shocked on the ground. And so 2 years later we see our main guy. His full name is Sung Suho, a second-year university student. Boy looks cool, and as he's walking around he notices something. Someone is announcing that all lessons taking place in the main building have been changed over to Annex building, and students are being told to move there. By the looks of it, it seems like a gate is opened. Everyone is being told to stay away. The hunters are currently going in to subjugate the monsters. Some guy in suit asks the worker, how long has it been since the hunters went in? Worker tells him that it's been over 8 hours, since this gate is estimated to be D rank. Worker thinks that hunters will be out soon. Students know that hunters will take care of it, and everyone is being advised to stay away. It could get dangerous for anyone who's not a hunter, and our MC is just walking among the crowd, thinking that another gate opened. And now we are told that 3 years ago, gates started to appear in the world, causing the world to undergo a huge change. This looks amazing, and we are told that these gates were a passageway to dungeons, and once a certain amount of time had passed, the monsters within the dungeons would come out to kill people. However, people also underwent changes, as if to go against what was happening, and special ability users that could use mana, the awakened, started to appear, with the world changing so rapidly. People thought the chaos would persist for a long time, but then an awakened named Wu Jinchul created the Hunter Association to gather the awakened, and he created a job known as Hunters, and this way he quickly put an end to the chaos. And now the people in world are divided into awakened and non-awakened. And our artist is just drawing. MC is in his art class just working on his sketching. And what's he drawing looks very much like the Ant King. MC states that there are people in the world who can only get rewards by crawling like an ant. But there are also others who can get these ants easily just by grabbing them. And in such situation, ants quickly realize their own limits. Now we get a flashback of Suho and Lee fighting and Lee beating the shit out of MC. To which MC states that no matter how hard the non-awakened worked, they still can't make up the difference between them and an E-rank awakened. Now back in the present, MC knows that if the hunters cannot close the gates, the world will be destroyed, and so a non-awakened can't survive without an awakened, but the awakened can survive without the non-awakened. And because of that, everyone is grateful towards the hunters. It's because of them this artist can live a peaceful life. But MC still feels a sense of uneasiness. He started to wonder if he's getting too used to not being able to get what he wants, like his missing parents who are clearly Sung Jin Woo and Cha Hae-in, and the fact that his survival depends on others. In school he thought he could do anything, but what he possessed had disappeared, and a sense of powerlessness filled that void. MC remembers his mother telling him that he looked like his father, so MC wonders how his dad would get of this powerless situation. But suddenly someone snaps him out of his weird thoughts. It's his teacher, and he tells him that he's focusing really well today. So the teacher asks what is MC having so much fun drawing. Suho tells him he just drew based on how he felt. Teacher asks if it's an ant, and states that's a pretty creative drawing for an ant. Teacher thinks that it looks like an ant human. MC, all confused, wonders why did he drew such a thing. And oh boy, it's the Ant King Beru. Nice drawing. Outside the class, workers are waiting for hunters to return. And so the hunters starts coming out from the gate, and they seem pretty relaxed, so they must have succeeded in the raid. This worker tells the hunter Kim they did a great job. Kim tells him they've successfully completed the dungeon raid, and they have information which they need to report to the Hunters Association. The information is that they ran into a new type of monster, a humanoid monster that could spew blue flames from its eyes and mouth. It attacked with its claws and fangs, but it didn't do much damage. This hunter Kim got scratched by its attack a little, but nothing really happened, and he thinks that monster could be nothing much, but it is definitely a monster that has not been spotted since the gates have appeared. Worker is glad that monster wasn't dangerous. I think that scratch could work like some zombie thing, and Hunter Kim is told to submit a simple report on what happened. And now we see that scratch giving off some aura, and Kim suddenly feels it, and he drops his sword and starts shaking. Worker asks if Hunter Kim is okay, but Hunter Kim jumps at this worker with blue flaming eyes and mouth. Now this monster Kim starts eating this worker. Other hunters are shocked on seeing this. Everyone is confused as to WTF is going on. Monster Kim notices the hunter girls behind him and jumps to attack them. This female hunter, on seeing this monster up close, thinks that these blue flames look similar to what they saw in the dungeon monster. And so this monster starts eating her. Seeing this, all the media persons start running, and everyone that was bitten turns into a blue flame zombie, and they start infecting others. Suho and rest of the class wonders what's with all the noise outside, and so everyone in class goes to the window to look outside, and they are shocked to see that people are attacking each other. Students are scared to see blue light coming from these people, and they think these are monsters. One student asks if a dungeon break has occurred. Some students are thinking about getting away while others want to wait for hunters. Students tell their teacher to do something, but he's only in E rank. Suddenly MC notices that one of these blue flame monsters is standing in front of their building. This monster gets in position and jumps. MC yells at everyone to run away, and this monster comes crashing through the window. Everyone is scared to see this weird monster. While the monster is eating someone, MC starts running and tells everyone else to run away. While he's running, MC notices that a female student fell. She asks Suho to help her, but MC closes his eyes and keeps running, stating that he'll get the hunters. But now he's regretting saying that. It's like asking her to die, but he's a non-awakened. He can't do shit. MC is pissed at his powerlessness. He needs to find something he can do, and he wonders what would his dad do if he was here. In the class, this monster is ready to attack the girl. She crawls her way to the door, but she is scared and crying. Monster is eyeing this girl, and it jumps at her. But out of nowhere we see a fire extinguisher coming at his face. And bam, Suho hits him with a fire extinguisher, thinking that if his dad was here he would do something like this. Now we see some notification from the system trying to come out, and it tells us that Suho has completed the secret quest, Courage of the Weak. Now MC tells us that a long time ago he had a dream that resembled a game, And in this dream, MC equips offensive gauntlets to defeat the monsters that are progressively getting stronger per floor. And in that dream, Suho kept leveling up and fighting again and again, not relying on anything other than his fists. As the monster kept getting stronger, he too needed to get stronger. And so, through numerous challenges, he finally reached the highest floor, and the final boss he encountered there was powerful. And even though he was his enemy, MC couldn't help but feel envious and even awed by his power. And for some reason, the identity of the final boss was his dad, who asked him if the game was fun. Suho thinks that it's probably because the image he had of his dad was reflected in his dream, his dad who was strong and reliable. MC wonders how was his dad able to become that powerful. And so we are back, and Suho is picking up the fire extinguisher and running to protect the girl, thinking if his dad was in this situation. And as he hits the monster, MC thinks that his dad would have done the same, right? And this attack from the fire extinguisher knocks back the monster. Suho wonders what he needs to do now. He knows that the attack of non-awakened without any mana don't really hurt the monsters, and so he knows he charged in a bit recklessly. But MC is shocked to notice that the monster isn't falling down. He's just suspended in the air. MC notices that time around him has stopped. He is shocked to see a notification window appear in front of him. System tells him that he has completed the secret quest, and now he is qualified to become a player. Do you accept? System asks. Suho is not sure what's going on, and he remembers that this situation looks very much like his dream. MC thinks that if he can fight like he did in his dream, and so he thinks what reason he is not to accept in this despairing situation. And so he accepts, and we see a flash of light in the classroom. And so our MC has become a player, and he's given the Candyaru's spellcaster blessing. And Candyaru has gifted him a spell, and the blessing will ensure that MC will always be strong and healthy during his lifetime. And his permanent reward is longevity. With it, all status effects like poison and stuff are healed, and sleeping will explosively increase regeneration ability. Furthermore, the system will help the player to develop, but he is reminded that this is not a dream, and he only has one life, so he needs to be careful. And MC gets a game-like status window, with no title or class for now, but he is excited. No passive skill, but his active skill is Ruler's Authority at level 1, and like father like son, his eyes start to glow just like Sung Jin Woo. And now a quest has appeared, which is to defeat this Mistburn monster and level up. Now we see that one of these are D-ranked awakened Mistburn zombies. MC notices that time is moving again and tells the girl behind him to run away quickly. Suho is able to see names above their heads, and so his opponents are 2 unawakened, and 1 hunter who underwent magic beast transformation. The girl starts to run away, and the zombies charge at MC. Now with glowing eyes, MC thinks that if he really did awaken, and bam, he throws the fire extinguisher at one of the zombies, and he readies his punch to attack. MC apologizes as his fist starts glowing with aura, and with a powerful uppercut he knocks one of these monsters to the ceiling. Boy is shocked even with his own power, and in one shot he defeated a Mistburn. But another one is charging at him, so Suho spins around and kicks the other one to the side. And just like that, he has defeated another Mistburn. And with every kill, MC is leveling up, and he got a reward. And MC is sure now he really has awakened. And so he charges at the final remaining Mistburn and punches it straight on the face. But MC was shocked to see this D-rank monster was able to withstand it, and it attacks back at Suho, swinging his claws at MC, and our boy is hit, scratched through his chest. But MC kicks the monster and slides back. He is scared and is sure that he too is going to turn into a magic beast. He wonders if he really is going to turn into a monster right after awakening. But system tells him no need to worry. Status effect had been lifted thanks to his longevity blessing, and his wounds start to heal. MC remembers seeing this longevity blessing in the window before, but the D-rank monster is charging at him, and it tackles Suho to the ground. MC is trying to block, but realizes that if this D-rank is overpowering him, that means he's an E-rank, and even though he just awakened, he's worrying about ranks. Monster is ready to attack MC's face, but Suho is scared and thinking about what to do, and he figures it out, and he accepts the rewards he got from beating the other 2 zombies. He gets stat and strength points. His strength now reaches from 11 to 14, and he pushes back the monster with all his might, and manages to kick him away. But this monster is not giving up. He lands safely, but MC moves like lightning and is about to attack it. And it's a direct hit. But this monster is not done yet, so it attacks again. MC barely dodges it and thinks that even with increased strength he can't defeat him. So he adds all his points to strength. And now with his strength at 19, MC again readies a fist. MC thinks that he's never heard about an awakened who levels up. And so MC punches this monster right in his mouth, while thinking that, since ranks are decided upon awakening, and no awakeners become stronger than their ranks, but MC isn't done yet. So he drops down and hits the monster with a 1-2 combo, all the while thinking who determines these ranks and the unawakened. But MC got this power to escape this damned structure. And so he yells, "This hunter is ready to finish this fight." And bam, he hits the monster with a destructive punch. But we see the room next to the fight room with its wall cracking and smashing. And all we see is a cloud of smoke. And now we see this destructive punch. MC is locked in and pushing through all his might. Monster and the wall are both getting crushed, and so MC is done. He sends the monster flying. His own fists are bleeding, and he is exhausted. But he gets multiple level, and finally sits down, thinking that he won. MC is excited and thinks that with this he's an awakener as well. And he thinks that he can do it now. He can finally save people and solve this crisis. So he gets up, but outside we see this monster hunter Kim is still rampaging, and by the looks of it he has notices Suho's aura, so he jumps up. MC goes to the window to check the situation outside, but he is shocked to see that monster Kim is about to attack him. And this is a C-rank awakened Mistburn, and Kim attacks, and all we see is dust everywhere. Now sirens are going off everywhere. A dungeon break has occurred at the Korean University of Arts. All civilians in the area are told to evacuate. Special units and hunters are trying to control the chaos. And I think they are wearing ODM gear from Attack on Titan. Or is that just a bulletproof vest? These are just soldiers, and they are pissed that they can't do anything. While people are dying, they are just waiting for the hunter sent by the Hunter Association, but it's taking time to assign a hunter of rank B or above. Smoking Guy asks, wasn't this dungeon like D rank? And he is told that the association is considering the fact that hunters were infected. Now looking at the list, these soldiers wonder if the C-rank hunter was infected. And now we are back to the fight. Monster Kim is walking towards Suho. MC is like, WTF, he jumped here from a lower level. MC realizes that it's a C-rank and it has a weapon, so this one is definitely different from others. But our boy leveled up a moment ago, so he wonders if he could stand a chance. Kim swings his sword, but MC manages to evade it. But the swing is so strong that it cleaves through everything. Suho is not sure what that was, and thinks that this is insane. Kim is about to swing again, but MC blocks it with the fire extinguisher from before. He manages to dodge the attack, and Kim cuts through the fire extinguisher. Cold smoke is coming from the classroom. And with the fire extinguisher blast, MC jumps out the room, and so our hunter starts running, thinking that there's no way he can face a monster like that. Now he understands the reason for awakeners being split into ranks. MC wonders when will other hunters come here. So he plans on holding out till someone else arrives. And the monster is on his tail, and he is drooling. Man, honestly, cool design. MC realizes the monster coming after him. But the monster notices some students on the roof of the university. These girls are waiting for the hunters to arrive. The monster leaps from the window to attack the girls. MC is shocked on seeing this situation. Now we see the monster on the roof. Not sure what he did to the girls, but it clearly made Suho angry. And so he too starts to jump from the window to the roof, without waiting for any hunter. Now on the roof, MC kicks the monster on the back of its head, and nice muscle anatomy on the arm. MC is like he needs to stop this guy. But monster is not fazed at all, and swings his massive sword around. Suho manages to fall back. MC knows that even a single hit from him will kill MC. But on seeing the fallen body parts, MC knows that he can't let him run loose. And so Suho starts his Gomu Gomu no Gatling, and hits the monster multiple times. But monster is not giving up, and starts swinging his, or more like Guts sword. But MC is able to dodge it, and keeps attacking. This new hunter is locked in, and hits with a few heavy blows. Monster is getting hurt, so MC grabs and knees it in the face. But this zombie piece of shit is not giving up and swings his sword again. But this time MC is hit and hurt, and sent flying. Suho hits the wall and coughs blood, but this monster is relentless, and keeps coming after MC. Suho's HP has decreased from 140 to 1. MC thinks that he lucked out. Maybe the system doesn't want him dead yet, but Zombie sure does. Suho is trying to stand up again, and we see these cracks appearing on some space-time surface. Mistburn now charges at MC to finish him, but Suho's fatigue is maxed out. Boy is barely awake at this point, but he stands his ground, ready to get chopped by this massive sword. But before the sword can hit, something shatters, and someone enters the field. It's like some beast with wings. Suho, on the other hand, is not okay and falls down, and that zombie monster is ready to kill MC. But bam, the beast slams down. MC tries to see who it is, and it's an ant. And the ant is like, no. It all happened because he was too late. So it starts healing MC. Now the ant notices the monster, and is like, you guys must be the lowly pests that dared to harm His Highness. So this ant punches the monster and obliterates it completely. On the ground floor, some other zombie monsters are attacking, and this nerdy janitor is screaming for help. But the monster attacking him is completely obliterated. This ant is moving forward and clearing all the mist-burned zombies. Heads and limbs are flying all over the campus, and is moving at such a supersonic speed that it's breaking all the windows. And in an instant, the whole university is cleared. Soldiers have no idea what just happened. And now this ant is back on the roof, and it kneels before the fallen Suho. This ant is not just any ant. It's the Ant King Beru, and he states that it's been a while. Young Monarch. We start this next chapter with a child drawing a chibi Ant King. It's Suho, and he's drawing. Jinwoo's shadow's baby Suho looks up and is shocked to see a monster in front of him. It's Mommy Beru in an apron. Looking at the drawings, he asks the young Monarch if he's drawing him. Beru is touched on seeing this and starts crying with his huge puppy dog-like eyes. This was a dream. Seemed like a flashback. In the present, our MC wakes up, all confused where he is and what happened. Our boy is in a hospital, and all he can remember is seeing an ant. Hospital looks modern AF, and someone is yelling at Suho from the phone, asking what happened to him out of the blue. Is he gravely injured? Person tells MC that because this world is such a fucked up place, he's going to get him a few awakened bodyguards. Suho tells him that he's fine, and this person on the phone is his uncle. Now we are told that by the time MC woke up, 2 days had passed. News reporter on the Curved TV tells us that this incident at the university has caused an uproar across the country these past few days. And due to numerous casualties, this incident became a hot topic in many ways. The discovery of Mistburns. These zombie monsters that could infect Hunter and turn them into monsters. Not to mention the Hunters Association's delayed response to the incident. Even though it happened in the middle of the city, when the Hunters appeared they were shocked. A mystery remained. All the zombies in the university were dead due to something unknown. A student told the reporters that these zombies suddenly burst and exploded in front of him. MC now notices a notification window. He stares at it and is happy that his awakening wasn't a dream. Now MC thinks that he's an awakener who gets stronger as he levels up, and he's already at level 5. Now MC remembers that he was cut by a C-rank awakened Mistburn, so he wonders how did he survive. But MC is shocked to hear someone named Beru telling him that he got rid of those Mistburn trash. All confused, Suho looks down at the shadow with big eyes. Long time no see. Young Monarch, Beru utters, and starts crying. Looking absolutely cute, Beru asks when did the young monarch grew up so wonderfully. He can't help but get overwhelmed with emotions. On seeing Beru, MC starts remembering, and like gathering scattered pieces, his memories started coming back, and he remembers that he knows this weird ant mommy. When MC was younger, this ant was one of the dark creatures that stayed with him. It seems like all of Jinwoo's shadows were babysitting. MC wonders why did he forget him until now. Beru now tells us that he crossed dimensions to meet the young monarch. MC is confused and wonders why did he live with these dark creatures when he was young. Young Monarch is curious about so many things. MC holds Beru with his finger. Man, chibi Beru looks so cute. MC remembers that Beru wasn't this small before, and asks if he's an ant. Beru now tells us that this is a side effect of consuming a lot of mana while crossing dimensions, and he's usually very dashing and menacing. MC looks at Beru through the system, and the system window says that he's a private grade, a level 1 private grade. Beru gets pissed on hearing this. How dare this system bastard be treating this martial grade Beru as a private. Suho stands up and starts stretching and asks Beru if he's the one who healed him. Beru states that he might not look like it, but he's a skilled healer, and his goal for coming here was to release Suho's seal, but he didn't expect MC would unseal himself. To which Beru is impressed. Man, I love Beru using first-person pronoun. MC asks what? Seal. And was that seal related to the dream he had? Beru tells him that he thinks that it was a dream, but it's all the things he's actually experienced, and he tells MC that he's much stronger than when they fought last time. Even though the great shadow monarch Sung Jinwoo sealed his powers, and along with his memories, wishing a normal life for him. Hearing this, ground just slips from under Suho, and he starts squeezing the chibi Beru, yelling and asking that he is related to his dad who left home. Beru tells him that Jinwoo didn't leave home. He went to outer space. So many revelations. MC asks what does he mean by outer space? To put it simply, Beru summons more shadow smoke arms and states that the great shadow monarch left for outer space and is at war with invaders who are trying to take over the world. Suho is confused to hear that his father is protecting the world. Jinwoo is still aura farming, even as smoky hologram. Beru tells him yes, from Iterum, gods of outer space. And these Iterum are sending their apostles and invading their world. And on his way to meet the young monarch, Beru tore apart countless enemies. Man, the purple shading in this manhwa looks so cool, and the fact that gates and monsters are appearing on Earth must have been because of this war. MC is still trying to process all this. MC now asks if his mother left with his father, to which Beru replies no. MC states that she went missing on the day his father disappeared, so he thought they'd be together. Hearing this, Chibi Beru starts shaking and eventually shitting his shadowy pants. He can't believe Miss Cha Haein is missing. Beru starts floating erratically, stating that it must be Iterum or his apostle on Earth must have dug an evil trap. MC, all angry, now asks if it's because of those bastards called Iterum that his parents can't return. Beru asks if the young monarch wishes to meet his parents. Shaking with anger, Suho is like, of course. He's been alone for so many years. Beru tells him that then, there's only one way. Ant King tells him that his father won't be able to come to Earth for a while due to the war, but the young monarch can find and rescue his mother after he gets stronger. So, he summons a key and tells Suho, it's time to level up. Oh man, this shit is getting interesting. Notification windows appear with a new quest, and it tells us that Suho is the son of the great shadow monarch. However, his innate talents have been completely sealed. In order to bear that great power, he's going to have to prove his worth, and for that he needs to enter the shadow dungeon with this awesome-looking shadow dungeon key. And this key can be used on Suho's shadow. Beru now tells him to stick that key into his shadow, and the key slides in like butter, and a portal opens, and boy, the art style looks great. Beru tells him to enter this vortex of energy and take all the power that should have belonged to him. MC still can't believe all this. Outer space. War with the gods, the shadow monarch. According to him, they're all nothing but nonsense. MC opens his shirt buttons and rolls up his sleeves, and even though he still doesn't believe it, but still if he can meet his parents by getting stronger, he's going to level up all he can. Now this is aura farming. Seeing Suho like this, Beru remember when his king sent him to Earth to release Suho's seal. Beru asked if he means the young monarch's seal. Jinwoo, all king like sitting on that monarch chair, tells him yes. Iterum's invasion may have spread to the Earth, so he tells Beru to return Suho's sealed powers and memories and protect the Earth himself. And for the rest, he allowed Beru to act at his discretion. Depending on the situation, Beru was not sure what he meant by his discretion. Was he leaving the rest to his judgment? Now Beru remembers seeing MC nearly dead, and that's when he decided that he shall remain at the young monarch's side and watch over his growth. Suho is ready to enter the gate, and they both enter the gate, and it closes behind them, and they both appear on the other side. Man, Beru looks like Aku Aku from Crash Bandicoot, floating beside the MC. Beru now tells us that this place is the land of the dead, where the living can't step foot inside without the master's permission. This is the Shadow Dungeon. This honestly looks like some post-apocalyptic city. Our duo has arrived at the Shadow Dungeon, and it looks more like ruined city than a dungeon. But for some reason, this place seems familiar to Suho, and suddenly a notification window pops up, and the quest this time is to survive, because the denizens of this dungeon will never accept this weak-ass MC as master of this land. So he needs to survive 4 hours to prove his worth. MC is scared that he needs to survive 4 hours in this wasteland. Beru advises the young monarch to be on his guard. The time of suffering will soon arrive. MC wonders what suffering, and we see some monster looking down at MC. And this shadowy figure leaps at Suho. But this young monarch can sense the attack, so he flips to the side and kicks the creature. Suho was surprised by this attack. Now he sees that this green creature is a goblin scout. MC asks Beru what does the scout mean. Beru tells him that it means that there may be more nearby. Hearing that there might be more, MC charges at this goblin to finish him. Before he calls for others, Beru floats after telling him that even though these goblins are weak and feeble, but too reckless, MC didn't see any color on this goblin's name, which means that he's on the same level as him or weaker. Goblin goes to attack MC, but Suho slaps his hand away and obtains the goblin's stone axe and slams it right into the goblin's head. And with that he defeated the goblin scout and started acting cocky. MC now tells Beru that the ones stronger than him have colored names, but the duo is shocked to see another goblin blowing the horn. Now Suho realizes that there was another scout, and so colored goblin centurion and simple goblin decurions appear, very menacing goblin design, right? Suho now asks if Beru is going to help him. Beru wishes to help him, but being so far away from the king, his mana hasn't been replenished yet, so he needs to preserve as much strength as possible. And if he intervenes in the battle, Suho's experience will be decreased. MC is like, so he's not going to be helpful. Goblins are ready to attack, and our hunter is ready to test his strength. So he aura summons his stone axe back to him from the dead goblin, and throws the axe at the goblins, cutting them and get them back using the aura. Now we are told that this is the skill he got, that was written in the status window. It's the ruler's authority at level 1. This allows him to physically affect objects without touching them with his hands. MC feels as if he's got an invisible hand now. It's like the devil arm Nero has in Devil May Cry, or Lucy from Elfen Lied. Suho nearly dodges an arrow and grabs it. Noticing that they're goblin archers as well, I mean at some point this artist should get some drawing or art magic. That'd be cool. Now using the third arm and aura, Suho makes a makeshift bow using all his hands, and tells the archer that he can have it back. Man, this looks so sick, and bam, headshot. Beru is impressed with his adaptability, and remembers that young Monarch's childhood was like the birth of a legendary hero in myths. Even as a child, he was able to use the ruler's authority as he pleased. This is the ability he inherited from the monarch, his father, man-seeing. Beru in an apron is very funny. Now we are told that this ruler's authority was created to destroy everything, so it only acted as a hindrance in this peaceful world. However, now that the apostles of Iterum are invading Earth, the young monarch's power has started to shed light on this world. Suho is just swinging around and beheading these goblins, and with every kill he's leveling up. MC realizes that weight limit of this ability is around 10 kilograms. Suho is still figuring shit out, but he is stabbed in the back, and this creepy bastard is laughing that he finally did it. But Suho punches that smug off his face. Beru is worried about the little monarch while rest of the goblins are charging at MC, but they stop on sensing the aura of a stronger goblin. This is the orange named Goblin Centurion. MC pulls out the spear from his ribs, and his health drops from 190 to 160. MC pulls out the broken spear and is hurt, but the goblin assault is not stopping, but MC is locked in and grabs the broken spear and throws it towards the big goblin, and it's a direct hit. Even though he is hurt, this hunter is feeling more alive than when he was powerless. He's swinging from goblin to goblin, attacking them and getting hit himself. Looking high on aura, he manages to clear all the small goblins, but his HP is now at 84. But he's not stopping, and wielding one of the goblins' weapon, he runs forward and is ready to thrust his knife into the big guy. All the while his health is decreasing. Oh man, this panel is so amazing. Everyone is ready to attack each other, and with multiple level ups, MC gets a new skill, Resilience level 1. When the smoke clears, we see dead goblins everywhere, and our hunter has survived for 4 hours and cleared the quest. Beru is impressed and starts clapping for MC. He never doubted that Suho would overcome this trial. All exhausted, MC states that Beru really didn't help him until the end, and our hunter has received a reward for completing the quest. MC checks the reward, and the reward is a rune stone which can be used for shadow extraction. MC wonders if he uses this rune stone, will he be able to use the shadow extraction skill? Beru is excited that Suho is getting shadow extraction, the same skill as his father. MC checks his wound, or more like shows his abs, and realizes that he just got the skill called Resilience, which increases his physical defense by 20% and is a passive skill. And by the looks of it, he is getting another skill on top of the level up system he got when he awakened. I mean, this is cheating getting this mini skill at the start of the game. Suho agrees with me. Compared to when he was an unawakened, now he's starting to feel like a cheat character. Even his injury healed just by leveling up. Beru now tells him this level up system is based on what his father used in the past. It's a support system to ensure his safety as he grows. To put it simply, MC thought he was an unawakened, but he was actually born with the strongest shadow silver spoon, or some title like that. MC is a bit annoyed but accepts the reward. MC has the stone and he can absorb the skill by breaking the stone. And so our hunter has learned like one of the most broken skill in the series. And boy, he is heavy aura farming in these hospital pajamas. Suho can use the killed target's mana to make them a shadow soldier. And right now his extraction limit is 3. MC asks if he can make shadow soldiers. Beru tells him that it's a skill to turn corpses of the dead into soldiers like him. And this skill truly is the essence of the authority which created the current Shadow Monarch, Lord Sung Jinwoo. MC wonders if it's like necromancy. But if he wants to command soldiers, he'll need to hunt them first, so it means that he can control those weaker than him. MC remembers hearing that summon-type skills aren't looked at favorably in the hunter industry. Now he checks if he can shadow extract this goblin centurion, and it's possible. Window now tells him that he needs to assign a command for the shadow extraction skill. MC wonders what command should he use for the skill, and he's getting annoyed by all this. Beru sees this and quickly floats to Suho. MC is still wondering what to call it. Beru, all emotional, tells him that if it's a command, it should be direct. So Suho now puts his hand forward, and surging with aura and power, like father like son, he says that magic word, arise. Arise has been spoken, and with that command, comes forth a green hand, and out come 3 shadow goblins, at level 1 and common rank. Man, he should have saved these 3 shadow extractions. MC is shocked to see this shadow extraction, and it's much less impressive than what he expected. Beru now tells him that newly extracted shadow soldiers are somewhat weaker than they were in real life. Hearing this, these goblin shadows start crying. MC asks if they also get smaller. Beru replies yes. MC asks, how much weaker do they get? By just a little bit, Beru utters. MC is annoyed by this, plus the system says that they will disappear after a day. Beru is shocked to hear this, and asks if Suho has the skill called shadow storage. No, I don't. MC replies. Beru is sad to hear this and states that it's probably because the intelligence stat and level affect shadow authority. Beru tells MC that this is a really good skill later on. It's an amazing skill. MC tells him that he gets it and tells him to stop being so sad. Man, I love Chibi Beru. Suddenly Suho's stomach starts growling, and he remembers that he hasn't eaten in 2 days. So he asks Beru how do they get out of here. Beru tells him that he can leave anytime by using the shadow dungeon key. So they both decide to go get some food first. System asks if they want to leave, and yes they do. And we are back in hospital, and our hunter is enjoying his food. He had no idea hospital food tasted this good. Beru is happy to see Suho like this. This Ant King looks so adorable. And now he's going to explain what MC needs to do from now on. He's got 3 missions in total. First, he needs to protect Earth from outer space monsters. MC asks if it means that he needs to go into dungeons and hunt monsters. Beru tells him yes. As he hunts monsters, he levels up, and the stronger he becomes, the safer Earth will be, just like what his father did. Second, he needs to find his mother no matter what. MC asks if there's a way to find out where his mom is. Beru tells him as he hunts the outer space monsters, he should eventually find a clue. So either way, MC has to enter these dungeons. And the third and most important mission is to recover Beru's power. He's still mad and sad that he's just a private grade. Chibi Beru wants to show MC his true power. What do you need to recover your power? MC asks. Beru tells him that he can absorb a portion of the target's magic and knowledge by consuming them. It's an inefficient method from before he became a shadow soldier. So solo leveling season 2. But he has no other choice right now, since he can't get magic from the Monarch. And so he just needs to eat something with magic. MC thinks that also means going to the dungeons. Food is finished, and Suho is ready to go. But Beru tells him that he needs to be a licensed hunter to enter dungeons. So they should go to the Hunters Association for a magic measurement. MC thinks about magic measurement and how he's an awakener who levels up. So he wonder what rank he would get. Boy is thinking what if he gets S rank. After measurement, we are told that Suho's magic level is 46, which means he's an E rank awakener. MC is shattered on hearing this, and we get outside shot of the association. Our boy, all upset, is walking out of the building. Beru remembers hearing that hunter ranks are decided by their magic levels. It's only obvious that his rank is lower since he focused on raising his strength stat. MC tells Beru to stop comforting him. It only makes him feel worse. MC thinks that his shadow authority is in such a weak state, and now this rank. MC wonders, can E ranker like him really protect Earth? Beru reminds him that he can level up. MC has heard that raiding parties rarely hire E and F rank hunters, and at this rate getting into dungeons will be hard in and of itself. But suddenly MC figures it out. There might be one way. Suho tells us that in dungeon raids, there's a thorough division of labor. First, the strike squad raids the dungeon. Then hauling team follows behind and collects the monster carcasses. Man, these hunters look like the one from Lethal Company. And then the mining team extracts resources from the dungeon from the back lines. This means that except for the strike squad, hauling and mining team accept even E-rank hunters. This way he can enter dungeons. And that's exactly what our young monarch is doing. He thanks the person for introducing him here. He was the only awakener he knew. It's Suho's art teacher from the university named Lim Dogyan. MC is glad that he got a senior awakener nearby, and thanks to him, he can work in dungeons. Teacher calls out to him and apologizes for the incident at the university. He was the only awakener there, but he got scared and ran away alone. He's sorry that he couldn't do anything, MC tells him. To raise his head, they're both E-rank hunters. The association advises E-rank hunter to run when facing magic beasts, so the teacher just followed the guidelines. Teacher is puzzled and shocked to find out that Suho is an E-rank hunter and his mana level is even lower than him. But the teacher finds it impossible. He remembers seeing Suho fighting the mist burn on the rooftop while he was running away. Teacher wonders if he saw wrong. Teacher states that it's even more impressive that an E-rank attacked a magic beast and survived. Beru appears next to the teacher and agrees that young monarch is extraordinary. Now teacher and Beru both look at each other. All scared now, teacher dropped to the ground afraid of this magic beast. Suho asks why did he came out so suddenly, to which Chibi Beru replies that young monarch is as weak as an ant larva, so Beru can only be at peace if he stays right by his side to protect him. Teacher asks WTF is this? Did Suho awaken as a summoner? MC tells him that it might be that he awakened as a summoner. Teacher responds that many E-rank hunters don't have such skills. He's lucky. Now teacher tells us that he's got a running skill. MC asks if that's why he's so good at running away. Hearing this, teacher falls into depression, but Suho was only joking. Beru is impressed that young monarch completely crushed his teacher mentally. MC notices something and realizes that this is his first time inside a dungeon other than Shadow Dungeon. So he wonders if the strike squad is hunting monsters up ahead. And yes, they are. These hunter in the strike team think that this dungeon is pretty empty. Only wolf magic beads have been popping up so far. Wolf pelts aren't worth much. Sometimes they can get essence stones from these corpses, so they have no choice but to work hard. Some other hunter tells them to not get too down. They never know what they'll find at the end of the dungeon. Someone finds a different path and tells the leader. And they found some weird structure. Hunters wonder what this place is. There are no ruins around. Some hunters think that they should go back and ask for backup. Their detection skills aren't picking up any magic beasts. Hunters are confused. What's the point of this weird place? They need to figure it out. They think that there might be a treasure hidden here instead of a boss monster. But the only thing here is this Excalibur-looking sword. Leader is like, fuck, who knew there'd actually be a treasure? On seeing this cool weapon, hunters are excited and think they hit the jackpot. They need to appraise this sword to be sure, but it clearly looks amazing. One of the hunters states that treasures like this usually come with traps, so they need to be careful. One cocky hunter named Kim Yongjun is ready to pull it out. Others stop him that there might be a trap, but this guy is a C rank, so he thinks he can handle it. But I don't think he can handle it. And suddenly the whole area is covered with blood, and I think those are fangs. Hunter is confused. What's going on? And now we have a bunch of eyes appearing. Sword is out, and it's giving off some intense aura. Hunters are glad that it worked out, and there were no traps. One of the hunter is angry and call out to Kim. How dare he? He utters. He needs to be careful next time. But as he utters these words, his head is cut off by Hunter Kim. Something happened, and it seems like Hunter Kim is possessed. Other hunters are scared on seeing their leader get killed. Oh boy, this looks so cool. This is the sword of the Monarch of Fangs, and is possessing this hunter. Sword asks who dares to covet the sword of the Monarch of Fangs. Oh boy, this is getting interesting.